All right, let's move on. We were speaking about AEW a little bit here, and this past weekend, Double or Nothing, and by all accounts that I've read, again, I didn't watch the show.
Action Mike Jackson. Mark, this is probably the best one. He's still active in TNA.
There you go.
Debuted in 1972.
Oh yeah, then I'm good. He was wrestling when I
Al
was born.
Snow debuted in 1983, 82, 82.
No,
Oh,
82. Al Snow.
Mark's upset.
Well, he doesn't wrestle anymore. He did that failed
Kevin,
T-shirt
but
line, right?
AJ Styles is retired. He's not still wrestling.
Come on, little
Come
spoon.
on. Get it together. By all accounts, Double or Nothing got a lot of praise from wrestling fans across social media, some calling it the best show of AEW's tenure. Some people, at least according to Cage Match, it is higher rated than any WWE pay-per-view ever. So if you're wondering if Cage Match is a legit source, it still isn't. But I mean, basically a lot of positives coming out of AEW Double or Nothing. And I caught a few minutes of Busted Open on my drive home from the dentist the other morning. And Bully Ray was going on and on about how in the past there's kind of been a sense that AEW fans have kind of been in a position where they felt like they've had to defend themselves and defend the company like at all times on social media. And he said that after Double or Nothing, they should be able to stand up and just say, this is this company. We don't have to defend ourselves anymore. If you don't get it, you don't get it. This is AEW. This is who we are. So just the tone around AEW coming out of this, will this be a like turning point for fans? Because I think we're in this cycle.
No, that's the TNA pay-per-view.
It is. But like WWE, right, wrong, or indifferent, is kind of on the downslope a little bit in the last couple of years. AEW is kind of starting to pick up positive momentum. The business is kind of circular. Is all of this, and coming into this summer, obviously with rumors, potential of a like a New Day showing up in AEW, is this kind of going to be an opportunity for AEW to really change the narrative with fans in like the AEW versus WWE battle?
No. And it's simple. Because the fans that want the AEW versus WWE battle don't want to change their fickle, stubborn opinions and admit that they were wrong. WWE marks will defend WWE pay-per-views on social media till the cows come home. AEW fans and marks will defend AEW on social media until the cows come home. They're different products. They're never going to be enjoyed, I don't think, by like the same common group of people. You can have wrestling fans at the core of what they're doing is professional wrestling, and that's fine. But like horror movie fans will sometimes sit and enjoy a rom-com, but that does not mean they only enjoy Now, they're both movies,
right?
Very different flavor. You're never going to like find that happy bridge where everybody lives harmoniously amongst each other. So, Jim, no. Was it their coming out party a bit again? Probably, kind of reestablish themselves. I have heard nothing but praise about the show from AEW fans and most people, podcasts that like also can view and watch both somewhat subjectively. I have also heard it was too long, and of course MJF won. He wasn't going to cut it. From WWE fans who was like, I'm going to just shit on it because that's what I have to do.
Right.
So no, nothing's going to change.
Tim?
I can't speak more highly on Double or Nothing than anyone else. To say it's their coming out party, don't want to put this, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but by thinking that this is their coming out party is an expression of someone who's not following what AEW is doing. Like, they have been on a roll since All In last year. Yeah, there's some down times when Tony's doing football, but AEW has really turned their focus inward. They're worried about their house. Tony Khan has grown as a media personality. He will answer any questions about AEW, but if it's anything about the competition, he's not picking fights. He's not here to throw shots across the bow, because the last time he did that, he aired footage of CM Punk washing Jack Perry, and it was, quote, the scariest moment of Tony Khan's life, and he feared for his life. Hyperbolic, yes. Now, do I think that there's a lot of bad faith actors who still hold on to the fact that Tony Khan did that, and that's what they remember about AEW? Absolutely. But to turn a phrase from MJF during the Ariel Helwani podcast, if anybody right now says to you, I don't like AEW because I don't like what they're doing, all they're doing is bullshit, ask them a question. What don't you like? Specifically, tell me what it is that you don't like. And if they can't give you a specific, they're not watching. They're absolutely not watching. The pay-per-views,
that's not necessarily a fair fucking point. Dude, you could have tried Rocky Road 5 years ago and you didn't like Rocky Road, and that's all you need to know. I don't like Rocky Road. I've tried it and I don't like it. Who gives a shit if you ask me, have you tried Rocky Road recently? I don't know. I didn't. I tried it once and I didn't care for it. Not my flavor. There are other flavors.
Taste change, though.
I know Rocky Road exists. It sure does. But you can't assume I'm going to try it again because it did leave a bad taste in my mouth the last time I tried it.
But what if, by chance, the same Rocky Road flavor that you tried 5 years ago, Turkey Hill puts out new recipe? Rocky Road. It's not the same ice cream.
To have my friend Tim or my friend Jim or my friend Matt or my friend Mark who have said, hey, have you tried this Rocky Road? I can say, nope, I've tried it before, but you really need to try it again because something's changed.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Rocky Road could be marketed to me. I know I don't like Rocky Road. So it needs to have somebody else interject and put Rocky Road back on my radar.
For sure.
And it's a fucking example. Maybe coming out party wasn't the right word. Maybe debutante is a better word for it. Like, it is their reintroduction into a higher society, whatever. Like, I don't know the term. The coming out party is not right. They've been around for plenty of time.
Right.
You know who AEW is, obviously.
It was definitely a show of like a tour de force. They're in New York. So it's New York's fans. They're just not an MSG, but it's New York. And the New York fans were loud the whole night. They got, I don't know how people are saying that the show was long when the show was barely 4.5 hours. But where were you when WWE was doing like 4.5 hour pay-per-views all the time as well? But now you're getting
was that other than WrestleMania,
4 hour pay-per-views.
Other than WrestleManias,
there was a couple of years where they were doing them all every month.
Were they really?
Every month on the WWE network.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
network era, they were doing
every month.
It wasn't until the pandemic till their shows tightened up.
And I'll say that like
I apologize. I have a shit memory.
It's all good. It's all good. But like, even if you compare the 4-hour WWE shows and the 4-hour AEW shows, if you're just talking about in-ring action, like, not even hyperbolically, the AEW shows give you better wrestling than WWE. Period. Like, I recommend anyone who claims they love the sport of kings, they love professional wrestling, find a way to watch Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada. That's match 2 on the pay-per-view. Watch Bandito versus Swerve Strickland. That's match, I think, 5 or 6 on the card. Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe's really good. Stadium Stampede's fun. MJF and Darby Allin is a main event worth main eventing. Like,
I just
AEW
wish
never
their shows
fails.
were more accessible and or cheaper. And this isn't a slight on them. I don't pay for the ESPN Unlimited. I'm lucky enough to have a friend who shares credentials so that I can watch them, because I'm not paying $30 a month for a service to just watch WWE. I'm not paying $50 myself to watch AEW pay-per-views. I mean, they just announced a 9th or 10th one for the year
in July.
In July from Montreal. Like, it's great.
Redemption.
Yeah. Like, it's great. Like, their pay-per-view business is doing well. It just and they've actually made it harder, and it's a business practice. I don't fault them for it, but they've made it harder to, like, if I wanted to purchase it with a friend and a friend in another state wants to watch it while I'm watching it, you can no longer do that. So, like,
I think that's where most streaming platforms are going to go.
It is, and it sucks.
That we're just not going to share passwords because it gets abused. Like, it is what it is. But you're receiving a service that you're no longer paying for. It's the Napster thing all over again, really. I mean, that's where we're going to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's my I guess my biggest problem with this. Sure. AEW hit an absolute home run with this show.
For sure.
Great. And they're receiving their flowers for it. How many times is AEW going to hit a home run, a certified dinger? And everybody has to be like, this is such a great pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like, make it. Should that be a fucking goal?
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody looked at WrestleMania 40 and was like, oh, the WWE is back, because it was a great WrestleMania.
Yeah.
A month later, they put out the next shitty pay-per-view, and everybody was like, WWE's dead. So unless AEW follows this up, we're just fucking cheering them on for one good show. A home run of a show.
But that's the thing. Since AEW has been out, I probably could count on one hand the number of bad pay-per-views. One hand. And I'll have fingers left over.
And you can probably count on the same hand the amount of home run Grand Slam shows the WWE has put out.
In the same time frame.
I absolutely, yes. The WWE has been around forever and has that equity to be able to put out shitty shows and people will still watch.
It goes back to the conversation we were having about the lawsuit, right? WWE is publicly traded. So the things that they do don't cater to the fan. Absolutely. It's all a way to make money. And that's why you have the advertising per square inch in WWE.
Wild.
Insane. And guess what all that does? All of that merchandising, it all flows into the TKO bucket. Mm-hmm. And all of these extra money, all the extra money they're getting from On Location, which we found out a couple weeks ago, is a TKO brand. That's more money that's coming in to WWE and to TKO. So all of these extravagant destination high ticket price things, it's not for the fans. They're trying to make themselves a boutique. They want to be their Broadway. They are a brand. They're not what we fell in love with. Like, we fell in love with the spectacle and the lights and the pageantry, but we also had shit kickers of the highest order in WWE that when push came to shove, you knew that in the early to mid 90s, you're going to see Bret the Hitman Hart wrestle circles around somebody, and you're going to have Shawn Michaels
Now, do you
put on
remember who
a
he wrestled
match
there?
like you've never seen before. Like, you had all of these,
Hakushi.
like, during the Attitude Era, you had all of these monoliths that we still look to this day. The Austins, the Rocks, the Undertakers, the Shawn Michaelses. Then down the line, Triple H's. And then, like, so you have all of these people who you equate to when the height of the business was going on. But WWE is far from that now.
Yes, but WWE was built on that, and AEW has the unique distinction of not being built on that. And I'm just saying, it's an uphill battle for them to get, because down the line was Triple H. Well, so much further down the line is your Adam Hangman Pages and your MJFs. Unfortunately, because they just don't have the time in the business on AEW that the WWE has. Like, it's just, they don't. Like, it is an uphill battle for them, and it will always be an uphill battle for them, because it literally is David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
The shit thing about that story is, at the end, David does win.
David does win. David wins. And, like, now, and the last thing I'll say about it, Jim, and maybe this can go to you. So you and this is to anybody else who wants to talk about the prices of the pay-per-view / premium live events. Okay. Keep in mind what I just said about the advertising and the money going to the shareholders. Okay. To watch a WWE to watch a WWE premium live event, you have to either subscribe to one streaming service monthly to have access to it for free.
Correct.
And WWE just gets a cut of the money every month, regardless of whether the people actually click to watch the pay-per-view or not.
Right.
Okay. Or you're international and you subscribe to Netflix. Okay. Those are your two options to watch a WWE pay-per-view. And the money doesn't just go to the WWE. The money goes to the platform that they signed an agreement to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But with AEW, you can buy the pay-per-view on HBO Max at a discount with your subscription. Or you can buy it on ppv.com. You can buy it on Triller. You can buy it on YouTube. You can buy it on YouTube. You can buy it, like, you can choose where you put your money. And when you buy the pay-per-view, that money, the most of the money is going to the company you're actually supporting. It is almost direct to consumer. Like, yes, all of these distributors are going to take their piece of the pie. They'll take their pound of flesh. But when you pay your $50 for an AEW pay-per-view, 30 of that, and that's just an estimate. I'm not in the money meetings, okay? But you can at least say AEW is taking home what? At least 50% of the cut of the money?
Probably.
So if they're making 50% of all pay-per-view sales, that's $25 a buy that Tony Khan is just going to reinvest in making sure that they have the roster, the best, where the best wrestle. That's
stupid. If you don't know what he's going to spend the money on.
Well, just look.
No,
but,
and
but
no, I
using your
understand what you're
eyes,
saying,
he's-
and don't get me
he's
wrong.
buying-
From a,
he's acquiring contracts. He's going and he's finding these very unique venues. The Louis Armstrong Stadium is a stadium built for wrestling that nobody runs but them. When they did the golf show, that is a unique look. And like people give the AEW credit for running these small venues, but they're running venues that have character, that look stunning on television. And like, yeah, when you get past the fact that it's not crowded like 15,000 people on a WWE show, but when you cut that down, you cater to your fan base and you're taking care of the boys. I mean, you hear stories left and right about like Eddie Kingston when he got hurt, not even on AEW's dime. He gets hurt doing New Japan. Tony Khan 100% paid for everything dealing with him. Nyla Rose has not wrestled a day for AEW in, I think, 3 years. She's still under contract. Tony Khan takes care of his people, and I would much rather support outwardly and verbally and financially support the company who wants to take care of their people and care what the fans think and wants to be a direct alternative to WWE.
I don't think anybody's arguing that, though. I don't think anybody's arguing that. That was definitely not my argument. No. My argument is they're just going up against the giant titan who doesn't give a shit about that.
That was
mine
more
was just where you're deciding you want to put your money. Like,
right, and look here, I have quote unquote defended WWE's business decisions over the duration of our show. I'll defend AEW's business position for charging $50 and reducing the number of people that can share a password. But in the year of 2026, at 41 years old, I'm not spending $50 for a pay-per-view. I'm not doing. I'm not spending $30 for a month of ESPN Unlimited, especially when I already pay for a YouTube TV subscription that I should have had ESPN Unlimited the day one that it launched.
It does suck. And the WWE spoiled us with things like the WWE Network.
They did.
For $10 a month.
Where
anybody can scrounge up $10 a month. That's pretty easy to scrounge up. You can count quarters in your car and come up with $10 a month for a pay-per-view. Like, that was a hard transition from where we are to where we're going. And Tim, I think you made a great point, and we can wrap this up whenever, Jim. That
working on it.
The WWE.
Sorry, you put a great topic in front of us.
It's a great topic.
I know. We let Mark.
The WWE gets
paid.
Let
Mark Bogart the show for 15 minutes, and
irregardless.
Yeah.
If people tune in or not. The AEW, you have to purchase theirs to subscribe, and that's how they make their money. So, like, what is the WWE's motivation to put out a product that people are going to want to come back and see because it's already been a paid show and they're getting X amount of dollars, period? It's a great point.
All right, I'm just going to wrap up on a couple of comments here. Devin says he wants WWE to step
we had people listening.
But he knows nothing's going to happen that long. It does selling out arenas, making money. That shit ain't going to change. Yeah, WWE is a money-making machine. Charlie says, I guess in regards to the original question, what they have is what they have. May fluctuate a few thousand people here and there, but that's not changing. Well, we will see. If WWE continues to disregard legacy and beloved talents, and AEW can take advantage of bringing some in, I think.
How long has it been? 7 years, 8 years now?
This was the 7th Double or Nothing.
Okay. Because let's not forget that the WWE used to also run smaller venues and civic centers and Hammerstein ballrooms that looked cool on the way up to building the Raw brand to what it is to go to arenas.
WCW was in that spot, and then until they ran the Georgia Dome. So
right. There's a tale of two stories. The WWE ran the Hammerstein and it looked cool when they grew Raw into what it is, and the WWE or the WCW ran the civic centers and grew and put on a bunch of contracts, and we see where they're at. So it is. I am curious, 10 years from now, what the chapter of AEW will look like, because it could go absolutely both ways.
Mike says he'll do one thing. I'm glad Darby MJF is done. I don't need to see which one uses a side headlock takeover. So not a fan of the finishes there. Charlie says AEW give you your money's worth, but not every match needs to go 20 plus minutes with no psychology, barely selling any that you won't remember tomorrow. By the way, only 2 matches on Double or Nothing went over 20. Only 4 of the 12 matches went over 15. Just for the record.
Wow.
On at least as far as it goes with Double or Nothing. I have been
So
a naysayer
maybe
about
they're
the length
hearing
of
some of the
their
gripes and doing some course correcting. And if they are, great.
One of the matches was the main event, and the other was the semi-main event that had 14 effing people in it.
Yeah.
Okay. A semi-main event, you can have more than one main event, right, Tim?
Mike says, Big Mac says, goes back to Flavors Ice Cream. Tim loves Rocky Road, AKW, because it's banger match after banger match, but he hates Cotton Candy, AKW, because their shows are driven by storyline, make money for their shareholder. Yeah, I mean, that ultimately, whether it's wrestling, music, sports, TV, whatever, everybody likes the flavor they like.
And I want to be clear. I don't hate cotton candy. I ate too much cotton candy.
Bingo.
And now I can't I'll still eat cotton candy. I will watch Clash in Italy. I will
Cotton
watch
candy is such a great example because too much cotton
it.
candy.
Looks great.
It looks great. It's fluffy.
Disney just came out
And
with,
it ultimately gives you a stomach ache.
Disney
Yep.
just
Oh,
came
no.
out
I
with
froze.
the gray, like the cookies and cream, the gray stuff, cotton candy in Magic Kingdom. I can't wait to try it when I'm down there, but I know that'll be the first and last cotton candy I eat for 5 years.
Too much of it gives you a tummy
It
ache.
does. It does. All right. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, especially as we go through this summer. And if any,
Mark, what does Indiana Bones think?
She's upset.
There you
She's
go.
upset. She smells another bitch on me.